essentially what we're going to do today is sort of recap everything that we've spoken about in this course. So for those of you that are new, hopefully that will help. But remember, the videos are all online on the website or on the app, so you don't need to stress about it at all. Okay, guys, so we've got some simplification questions going on here, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you the first 4. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to give you a couple minutes to try A, B, C, and D. We're simplifying. Look carefully at what numbers you're working with. When you have answers, you are welcome to put them in the chat. Just remember to label your answers A, B, C, and D. And then after a few minutes, I will ask for some hands to give me answers. Or if you have questions, I will give you some time to ask questions. So give these 4 a try. If you need to, do all of your steps or show all of your working out if you're feeling not so comfortable. But remember, if you're going to give an answer, the answer, just remember to number your answers A, B, C, and D. Just that we know which answer you're talking about. Okay, so someone on the chat, Samsung SMA125F. Remember, you need to put your numbers, so A, B, C, D. And if you just let us know what your name is, we can change it so that we're not calling you Samsung. Okay, so guys, give those a try. Work carefully. Remember to add or subtract all of the terms that you're working with. And then we'll have a look at some answers. Remember, you're writing this down on your piece of paper before I'm asking for answers, so that when we do the answers, you can check your answers against what we do on the screen. And so you can essentially mark your work as we go along. And that's really important to know where you went wrong or where you went right, so that you either don't make those same mistakes again, or so that you know you're feeling comfortable and confident in what we have done. Remember, wait until I ask for hands, and then I will take hands, and I will let you know when it's question time, just so that we don't get overwhelmed with hands and people don't miss questions or miss the opportunity to get the help that they need. And remember, guys, you can always use the chat for questions, either to everyone or to Yolanda or to myself. We're more than happy to help you in the chat as well. Okay, we're doing nicely. I'll give you another minute or so, and then I'm going to ask for some answers. So if you are feeling like you want to raise your hand, get ready. I will let you know when you can raise your hand. Nice. I like how Twinkle's done it in the chat. They've given us whole list of answers, made sure that we've done all of them, got all our answers. Okay, I'm hoping we're all done. Right, if anyone would like to raise their hand, now is the time when you may raise your hands so I can get some answers. Master Chalba, do you want to try A for us?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
And A, 3 plus 9 is equals to 12.
Perfect. Well done. So we're adding there, guys. 3 plus 9 is 12. Excellent. Well done. So many hands. Oh, and then, guys, remember, sorry, I forgot to say this earlier. Once you've answered your question or asked your question, remember, mute yourself and then lower your hand so that we don't have any background noise. Retu, do you want to try B for us?
Yes.
Okay.
It's equals to 16.
Perfect. 5 plus 11 is 16. Well done, guys. Excellent. Sorry, I'm clicking things. I might have asked you to unmute again. You can just ignore me. Tando, do you want to try C for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, it's 56, ma'am. 57.
57. Well done. So, guys, remember, excuse me, when we start to get bigger numbers, you can always break these numbers down. So you can start with the tens, 20 plus 50. That gives us 50. And then we can move on to the units of 1 plus 6, which gives us 7. And if we then add the two together, we get our 57. So remember, numbers can be broken down into parts if you feel it's going to make your life easier. Right, Junior, do you want to give me D? There we go. What's the answer for D?
17 plus 4 plus 9 is 20.
Double check is 30. 17 plus 4 gives me 21. And then 21 plus 9 gives me 30. Okay, good. Right, guys, so hopefully we've marked our answers here. Remember, as we're going through, make sure you're marking, make sure you're happy with your answers. I know this is quite like easy to start off with, but we just are easing into things so that we are all comfortable. Right, if anyone has a question, please raise your hand now.
Okay, so all these hands, remember that hands that are left is for question. Hey, my people, and y'all did really, really well. Take screenshots. Y'all did amazing. Nice. Nice job, guys.
Okay, so I'm just waiting here for, like Yolanda says, if you want to take screenshots, you can. Whoopsie. Right, let's have a look at, it's a bit repetitive. I want to look at example 2. So example 2, I want you to try first for me just A and B. So I'm going to do that. So A and B, remember what is really important now, the second we start having lots of things going on, is our bedmas. Either bedmas, bodmas, I don't really mind what you choose to use. I use bedmas. And remember, this is brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. This is telling us the order in which we need to do our working out. So I want you to look at A and B, and following bedmas, give me answers for A and for B. The one thing I do just want to point out, just so that we all know what's going on, when we have a situation like in D where there's a 5 in front of the bracket, remember this is saying 5 times the bracket 2 plus 4. So just remember there is a multiplication between the number and the bracket. So you're giving that a try. Remember, as Princess has done, if you're going to give answers, remember to number your answers. And I'll let you know when I'm ready for hands up to do answers, but I'll let you know. So try this. I'll give you a couple seconds, couple minutes, and then we'll have a look. remember bedmas, remember bodmas, whichever one you want to work with. We need to do our order of work correctly so that we get the correct answer. If we don't, we're going to get some weird answers. Okay, Tando, I'm just giving everyone another second or two. I'll let you know, Nana, when you can raise your hands.
And so long you can put your answers in the chat, hey? Put answers on the chat so far so that we can see. No one is raising their hands, right, Teacher Sam? Because that's the agreement. So everyone who have their hands up, please lower your hands. Everyone who have their hands up, lower your hands, please. Okay. When the time is right, Teacher Sam will definitely say, raise your hands up. So see Pamanda, there we go, thank you. Now all the answers that you have written on your book, you can type them now on the chat. We want to see them on the chat. So Teacher Sam and I can get an idea on how did you answer question A and B. And when Teacher Sam is ready, you can raise your hands to answer. But now put it on the chat. Remember to label. So A, you got what? B, you got what? Put it on the chat. Let's go, my people. Y'all are doing amazing. Amazing job. Let's do this. Okay. This gives other learners an opportunity to also try and to figure it out by themselves first. Okay.
Exactly. So guys, this is why sort of we are trying this, is because firstly, by you putting your answers in the chat, we can see, you know, if there's any problems, like any common mistakes that people are making, so that we can help you, but also so that it gives everyone a chance to try. If we just start taking hands immediately, then people aren't getting an opportunity to have a go. Right, so I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. I'm seeing quite a few answers coming through now, which is awesome. Remember your bodmas, remember your bedmas. Okay, there's some different answers coming in for B, so that's probably going to be the one we're going to have to look at quite carefully. If you're sitting and waiting, just double check that you agree with your order of work for question B. Alrighty, so if you would like to raise your hand, you can raise it now. And let's see what we're getting here. Alrighty, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Moremai? But correct me if I'm not saying it right.
Ma'am, is Muremi Austin.
Moremi Austin, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. First, we start by saying 3 times 4 plus we go to 7 plus 2.
Okay, so
And, so the answer is gonna be 31.
okay, so what's 2 plus 7?
Ma'am,
So the first bracket, we must add 2 and 7, so we get 9.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. And what's 3 times 4?
That's gonna be 12.
Perfect. And so now once we've dealt with our brackets, we can now do our addition. So 9 plus 12 is 21. Yeah. 21 plus 10 is 31. Exactly what we said. Well done.
Thank you.
Right, so guys, really important there is that you remember your order of operations. Those brackets need to happen first. Right, very nicely done. Rufense, would you like to give us B?
Yes, ma'am. First, I'll add 2 and 5 and get 7.
Remember, we're not adding 2 and 5, we're adding in the brackets.
So it's gonna be 2 plus 4,
Mm-hmm.
which is 6.
Good.
After
And
that,
then
I'll
we
have
do the times.
2 plus 5, which is 7.
Okay, so remember, we first have to do the times. We only do the addition right at the end. Because remember, we need to follow BODMAS. Okay, so Rafenza, keep working on it. I'm going to ask someone else. Olonda, do you want to try finish this off for us?
Okay, and then it will be 5 times 6, so it'll be 2 plus 5 times 6 would that would be 30,
Good.
and then plus 2, and then that would
Right.
be 34.
Excellent. Well done. So we first do our multiplication because that's what BODMAS tells me to do. Multiplication first. And then I can do all of my addition at the end. So 2 plus 30 plus 2, which gives us 34. Very nicely done, guys. Well done. I know there's lots of hands. And like I say, I'm going to do my best to get everyone a chance. Take your screenshots of this. And then we're going to try 2 more before we take a break.
Hey, you guys are doing really, really well. Well done, guys. Well done. It's now the time where if you don't understand, you normally ask, okay?
Oh, yeah,
It's
sorry.
that
If you do
time.
have questions, if you do have questions, please ask.
It's that time now where you're allowed to raise your hand to ask a question. But if not, well done to all of you. Just trying to make it clear for all of us, okay? Teacher Sam and I, we love you so much that we also want to hear everyone's voices, okay? So if we don't get to your hand, please don't worry because we already seen your answer on the chat. If you did put your answer, just know we try to spread the love. So we're trying to hear other students who we haven't heard their voices. So please, 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 please don't feel somehow when we don't pick your hand. It's because we're already spoken to you. Okay, we're spreading the love. Well done, guys. Good job.
Okay. Nice, guys. So let's try C and D. Again, try it by yourselves. Again, remember bedmas or BODMAS, whichever one you want to use. Do the brackets first. There's no exponents here, so you don't have to worry. Then we move on to division and multiplication, and then only addition and subtraction. Oh, all right, so give those a try. Remember, when I ask for questions, try and ask me then. What I'll do is I'll go like that so that all of you can still see C and D. Orabella, I'm not too sure where you're getting stuck with question B, but I'll go through it again. There should be no hands at the moment. You're trying C and D. I will let you know when there's time for hands. So for question B, the first thing that I need to do is I need to do the brackets. So I have to start by adding the 2 and the 4. And that gave me that 6 over there. Once I'd done the brackets, so once I'd added what was in the brackets, I then needed to do the multiplication. So the 5 times 6, which gave me the 30. So I've done brackets, I've done multiplication, and only right at the end do I do the addition. And so now I just say 30, or rather 2 plus 30 plus 2, and that gives me my final sum of 34. So we have to do what's in the brackets first, then any multiplication or division. So in this case, the 5 times 6, and then only right at the end do we do any addition and subtraction. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Remember, guys, we're trying C and we're trying D. Remember to put your answers in the chat. Pleasure, Orbilla, no stress. Answers in the chat, remember to label them C and D so that we know which is which.
Sipa, you are definitely lowering that hands, my guy. You're definitely lowering it down because it's not time to raise our hands yet. Okay. So remember that there is time to raise your hand, and now it's not the time. Now you are trying by yourself, okay? And if you do get stuck, anyone, please remember that we will definitely help you when Teacher Sam is going through the answers. Then you can do your corrections, okay? Y'all are awesome people. Let's go. Let's do this. I can already see some answers coming in. Welcome, welcome, Gideon. Welcome to our new person. Welcome, Gideon. We appreciate you in our classes and definitely you'll do well. Just get right into it. Let's see what you can do with these questions there in front of you. We are all trying it and you'll definitely catch up, okay? So just remember everyone, we have recordings that we are recording every single lesson that you've missed. So you don't have to worry about anything because you can go back to Watobe's website and rewatch the lessons, okay? Let's go, my people. Let's put those answers up. Y'all are doing really well.
Sorry guys, I've just turned off my camera because my internet seems to be a bit weird at the moment. Hopefully I can turn it on in a second or two.
No problem. We can hear your voice. That's what matters. We are happy to learn, Teacher Sam. We are ready. I see some answers there. Different answers though for everybody, which is interesting. So we can't wait. My people.
Hey. Alrighty, guys. If you're ready to raise your hands, please do it. Let's get some answers.
Let's go, guys. Now it's hands time. Who has some answers? Let's go.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Okay, so Mandla, do you want to try C for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
3 times 2. No, sorry. 3 times 2 divided by 4 plus 2 times open brackets 12 plus 2 7 close brackets equals to 47.
Okay, so let's break it down into our bedmas. If we start with the multiplication, 3 times 12 we know is 36. And then we've got the divided by 4. Obviously, guys, we also need to do this bracket. So we'll have the plus 2, and we're going to leave the times for now and first add the bracket. So 12 plus 17, 12 plus 17. 12 plus 7 is 19. So here we've got 2 times 19. Then we're going to go and do that division. 36 divided by 4. Remember I said to you, whenever you get division and multiplication sort of in the same step, just work left to right. So 36 divided by 4 is 9. Plus, and now we can do this multiplication with 2 times 19. 2 times 19 is 38. And if we add 38 and 9, we do get 47. Very nice. Right, so remember your BODMAS, break it down for yourself, and make sure that you're doing your work in the correct order. Jenna, do you want to do D for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go.
I said 12 divided by 2 equals 6.
Okay. So this 12 divided by 2, guys, that gives us a positive 6. Perfect.
Then I said 4 times 4 equals 16.
Where 4 times 4?
Oh, no. 3 times 6.
3 times 4. Yeah, okay, so 3 times 4 gives us 12, yeah?
Then
Plus
I
3
said 2. Wait, I did something wrong. 2 plus 12
Yeah,
equals 14.
Good.
Then 14 plus 3
Yeah.
equals 17.
Good.
Plus 6 equals 23.
Perfect. Well done. Okay, so guys, at the end there, your answer for D was 23. Importantly, exactly as Jenna said, you do the division and you do the multiplication first. So that's why we did 12 divided by 2, which is 6, and 3 times 4, which is 12. You could do it in the same step if you wanted to. Same as over here, you could do all of the addition in the same step if you wanted to. You don't have to do it step by step. You are more than welcome to, but you don't have to. But remember, bedmas. Right, so I'm going to stay here so you can take your screenshot. While everyone's taking a screenshot, if you now have a question, please do raise your hand and let me know so I can help you. So if your hand is up now, you have got a question. Dal, do you have a question? Okay, Olonda, question?
Sorry, Teacher Sam, before Olanda answer, sorry, Olanda, sorry. On number D, did we add instead of multiplying? Because E should be multiplying by 6.
Thank heavens we're all on it. Yes, look at that. Because they, okay, sorry. I missed my own sign.
Yeah, sorry, everyone.
No, that's completely my fault. I don't look at my own signs. So times, and then we've got a times and a divide there. So let's just fix that. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 12 is 36. And then we've still got our divided by 2. Then we've got 2 plus 12 and 36 divided by 2, we know gives us 16. No, it doesn't. Sure, my maths today, 15. So it gives us 18. And then when we add this together, you're all completely right. We get 32. See what happens when you don't check your signs properly. Thank you, everyone. I saw that in the chat as well. Well done.
Oh, well done, guys. Well done.
Right. Thank you. I do agree that it should be 32. So take your screenshots. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for being on it.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Screenshot time. And D, is that still a question? Do you still have a question about this? Or that hand was just raised to answer? If it was raised to answer, please, you can lower it down. And if not, maybe not. And D, do you wanna oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorted. There we go. Well done, guys.
Okay, doing really nicely, guys. Doing really well. So we're going to take a break. I'm just going to wait here for 2 more seconds in case anyone wants a screenshot. Right, I'm moving 3, 2, 1. Okay, whoops. Right, brain break. So what we've got today is what we call a magic square. So magic squares, you can get quite big magic squares and they become quite complicated, but magic squares basically work in that the sum, so when we add along any line, so a horizontal, a vertical, or diagonal, so along any row, along any column, and along any diagonal, we get the same sum. So when we add those numbers together, we must get the same answer. And so what we want to do here is we want to try and figure out what the sum that we're working with is so that we can find the missing values of A, B, and C. So have a think. Like I say, the sum along any line, vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, is the same across all of them. And so we want to find the missing numbers A, B, and C. If you are confused, let's have a look at this situation over here. if we move along this diagonal over here that I'm sort of outlining in red, we can see that we've got all of the numbers. So if I add 6 plus 5 plus 4, I get a sum of 15. That means any row I go along, any column I go down, and any diagonal that I go across, when I add up my numbers, I need to get 15. And so what we want to do now is, now that we know every time I add my numbers, I must get 15, I want to fill in my missing answers. So for example, if we look at this last column over here, 6 plus b plus 8 must give me 15. So what must b be in order for me to get 15? Well, we know that 6 plus 8 is 14. And so the only value that we're then missing that we need to add is 1. So b must be equal to 1. So that's what we're trying to do here. So we've got b. See if you can get A and C for me. You can put it in the chat. And remember, along our row, along our column, we want to get an answer or a sum of 15. Remember, you could always double check yourself by adding up the numbers and making sure you're getting 15. Does anyone want to raise their hand to give me A or C? It still says iPhone 3, but I'm fairly certain your name is Luyanda.
I think this is a different one.
No.
Ma'am.
Yeah. What is your name?
we say Luyanda, ma'am.
Okay.
What? I changed it. Did you come back? Did you go
Yes.
back and come back again?
Yes, ma'am. Problems.
Oh, okay. No, don't come.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We say 7 plus 6, it equals 13.
Good.
Then we say 13 plus 2 equals 15.
Perfect. So A, guys, is 2. For exactly as Luyanda's just said. We currently have 13 in that row, but now we need to add another 2 to get 15. Right, Jacinta, do you want to do C? There should be a pop-up to unmute. There we go. Jacinta, what is C?
Jacinta, are you there with us? We can see you on the screen and you're thinking really hard and you did calculate it. You just have to talk to us now. If not, you can clearly put it on the chat, okay? There will definitely be, that will be helpful. We can see your answers on the chat also.
Okay, let's see who else we've got here. Let's try. Chronolo. Oh no, Chronolo left me. Are you still there? No, there you are. What is C? Chronolo? Okay, guys, remember 5-second rule? Muvuyo, what is C?
Ma'am, 8 plus 4 equals to 12, and 12 plus 3 equals to 15. So 3 is the answer.
Perfect, excellent, well done. So guys, C needs to be 3 so that we get our sum of 15. Right, these magic squares are really cool, and like I said, sometimes you can get like 6x6 ones, they are really fun. And the whole point is that any row, column, or diagonal that you add along will give you the same answer. If you want to take a screenshot, I'll wait here for a second. Remember, there should be no hands up. If you have a question, you can raise your hand now. So, Gideon, do you have a question? Please remember to mute yourselves as well, guys. Gideon, question? Okay, I'm going to take it as a no. Tunolo, question? Oh, no, okay. Right, let us carry on with our revision here. So remember, we also spoke about factors and multiples and what those things mean. So let's start with question A here, where I'm asking you to write down the factors of certain numbers. Now, as a reminder, guys, factors are numbers that can divide into a value without a remainder. So we're going to do 36 together, and then I'll ask you to try the next one by yourself. So we want to think of all of the numbers that we can divide perfectly into 36 without a remainder. So the first one would obviously be 1, because 36 divided by 1 is 36. We also have 2, 3. Hopefully we're remembering as well some of the questions we have already done. 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. So remember, these are factors. These are numbers that can divide into a value without a remainder. Remainder. And you can always double check yourself by making sure that if you were to actually go back and multiply these, you get 36. So 1 times 36 is 36. 2 times 18 is 36. And so you can keep going and double checking yourself. In the middle here, we've just got a 6, but we know that 6 times 6 is 36. So all of these numbers we can divide perfectly into 36. All right, so I'll leave that up like that. I want you guys to try for me the second one, 21. So tell me what my factors of 21 are. What are all of the numbers that can divide into 21?
Let's go, my people. Y'all are doing really, really well. I'm so proud of you. Let's go. Yes, keep them coming on the chats, okay? You write whatever you think it is correct. And definitely Teacher Sam will help us to confirm that what you've written on your book and on the chat is correct or not. Remember to list all the numbers. Y'all are amazing. Amazing
Right,
people.
Just quickly, when we do list our factors, we do try and do it in like ascending order. So we try and do it from smallest to biggest, which is why it's useful to write your stuff down and then just sort of neaten it up at the end. Right, remember, no hands yet. I will ask you for hands in a second or two.
Yep, Tipamanda, we can have that hand down.
Liking what I'm seeing so far. You guys are doing amazingly. Remember, we want all of the numbers that can divide perfectly without a remainder into 21. So if you're doubting your answers, see if you can divide 21 by the numbers you have listed. Right, who is ready to raise their hand and give me an answer here? So you can raise your hand now. Okay, Mrs. Shava, do you want to try this one for us?
Ma'am, the factors of what I got for the factors of 21 is 1,
Good.
3,
Yeah.
7, and 21.
Excellent. Well done. And guys, again, check yourself. 21 divided by 1, 21. Perfect. 21 divided by 3, 7. Perfect. And if you keep checking, as long as you're getting no remainder, you should be on the right track. Now, those are the only factors we have of 21. So there's only 4 in your list there. And like I say, try and order it from smallest to biggest. Okay, I'm just waiting in case anyone wants to take a screenshot. And to finish off, we're just going to recap quickly for ourselves what multiples are. Now, remember, multiples, the way I sort of remind myself of this is your, like your times tables. So if you times the number that you're working with by 1, what do you get? If you times it by 2, what do you get? 3, etc., etc. So take a minute, write down for me the multiples of 6 and 13. Remember, in the chat, you can put your answers. I'll let you know when I'm ready for hands. But basically, when you're multiplying 6 by 1, 6 by 2, 6 by 3, what are all of those answers that you're getting? And those are your multiples. Oh, yes, Orlando, you make a very good point. Let's say write down the first 3. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going on forever. Right, so the first 3 multiples of 6 and 13. Thank you, Orlando. You on it?
Let's go, guys. Let's go. We have small time remaining. Let's go, my people.
Okay. Hopefully we're getting it. I'm going to ask for hands just because we got a short amount of time. So Jacinta, do you want to try the first one? We can't hear you. Just double check that your audio is connected.
No, but Jacinta is not talking at all because I can see her. She's just not saying anything.
Okay, let's try someone else. Morima Austin. I hope I'm saying it correctly. You did tell me. Do you want to try 6, multiples of 6?
Ma'am, the multiple of 6 is 1, 2.
Remember multiples. So 6, 12, 18. Those are out. Okay, good. Right. Lisa, that's all you asking to do 13. If you want to raise your hand quickly, we can do it. Okay, tell me what the multiples of 13 are, Blessed.
Hello, ma'am. Multiples of 13. 26, 39, 52.
Okay, we can stop there. Remember, I only asked for the first 3. So 13, 26, and 39. Very nicely done, guys.